Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Fat, Unathletic Nerds Talking Sports. Sports Pod with Dad Bods. This is your host, JackKnife, along with your other host, the Zach Danielz. And it's been a while, but we are back. For the time being, we are back. It's great to be back. You're probably wondering, where the hell have we been? Zach, well, you tell the people where we've been. You've had a lot on your plate lately.
Well, ladies and mostly gentlemen, I am 10 days away from getting married. So, we're going to pour from this gallon of wine that I have.
Sweet.
We're going to enjoy ourselves. Yeah, just been busy, man. It's it's wedding planning, making sure everything's all together. It's been tough. Like this is usually my escape, but not been able to do it. Just life, man. It's just coming at you fast. Work's hitting hard right now. But how's everything going with you?
It's kind of the same thing, like, I understand you guys are busy. You're not the only one in our group getting married. Brick, I mean, even though he's dead, stupid computer dinging on me. Even though he's dead, he's still getting married, I believe. Okay, computer, stop making sounds for the stupid updates. But yeah.
Wait, Jack.
Yeah.
Wait. I just realized something. You sound kind of like crap.
Are you sure about that?
I hear you sound like crap. If you want to roll forward, go right ahead. I would check your input though.
I mean, I feel fine right now.
All right.
I don't know, but hold on 1 second. My mom's calling. Hold on 1 second. What's up, Mom? I'm recording the podcast right now. You're on it. I wonder if she didn't hear that. She goes, "No, goodbye," and immediately hung up. But
Amazing.
yeah. As we were saying, Brick is getting married too in November, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's impressive that he's able to do that, being dead and all. But yeah, I've been busy too. I'm not gonna pester you guys to, break time away from that to do this. This is all for fun and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. It's just like I hear you, man. I hear myself echoing through you. But either way, I just been busy, dude. Like every time I want to do something podcast related, I just pull away to something else. So, I mean, I could use a glass of wine.
Look at you being
classy. Half a gallon. I've had a half a gallon to myself. Like I just had it all Sunday watching the Eagles win, which was like a pleasant surprise and kind of out of fucking nowhere. I had to be drunk when it happened because like as the game went on, it was just holy shit. I couldn't believe it happened, but we'll get to that.
Absolutely. But yeah, speaking of Brick, he sent us a picture in our group chat. He's moving into another house. We might have our own little studio in his basement. So. Yeah.
Holy shit, man. If we can get a studio, that'd be way more legit at least.
Absolutely. Yeah, so. You don't have to question my audio quality.
Yeah, I don't have to question your audio quality. I don't have to worry about getting spotty reception. We can kind of just record ourselves rather than have to rely on the internet to catch every word and not break us up.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were hoping to go to the bowling alley tonight. It's let's see, what time is it right now? It's 8:47. Tuesday, October 12th, the time of this recording. So, yeah, we were hoping to go to the bowling alley tonight. Talk with Tommy Joe. We could really use him tonight, but he's on a date right now. So, some other time. I haven't met her. So.
Cool.
All right. Let's get into
Good for him.
Yeah, let's get into it. College football, I don't have that much to say other than major upset. Texas A&M upset Alabama. And my computer's still dinging. I don't know if you hear that on your end. But yeah, Texas A&M upset Alabama. It was quite the barn burner. And yeah, they were part of a 5-game parlay, I bet. And I went 3 for 2. And I hope BYU never wins another game again. But yeah, for failing me. But yeah, Zach, did you watch that game as it happened?
I did not get to watch the Texas A&M and Alabama game. I forget. I think I stopped. I was watching all day long, and I think we were busy. I think I was I was around the house, but I watched the Rutgers game earlier in the day and a couple other games, and I had a couple bets fall through myself. Just wasn't a good day. I was the one that even said, Alabama and Texas A&M. Texas A&M was playing with a backup quarterback. I'm pretty sure they still had a backup in. And I saw their backup weeks ago almost lose to, I think, Colorado State, who is not Texas A&M. And I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna trust Texas A&M for a little while. And here they are beating number one. Like, what the fuck? But that's college football, man. It's just, it's so wacky.
Yep, Alabama is not invincible, believe it or not. So, yeah,
no one is.
Don't have that much to say on college football. Rutgers, who'd Rutgers play this weekend?
Rutgers played Michigan State, but I really wish Mandarley would. Is Mandarley dead too?
No. Well, I guess so. Yeah, because he was dead much earlier than Brick was. So
yeah,
but yeah,
he's been dead for a while.
I mean, he's dead, but he was at the game, and yeah, I'm seeing him in a couple weeks. He's been busy. He got promoted at work, but I have something about that. About that thing a few weeks from now with Mandarley. I'll announce that towards the end of the show. But Darley was at the game. Darley was at the game.
Yeah, I know. I want to get his. If he actually went and he actually watched. Now they lost 31-13. Okay, fine, but in recent years, Rutgers would lose that game 52-6, which is kind of what happened to Ohio State, but also Ohio State is Ohio State. But overall, they started the season off 3-0 for the first time since I think it was 2013. And I mean, yeah, they didn't beat great teams, but at least they looked like a team. And then they went into Michigan, they went into the Big House, and they held tight with them. I think they were down big, and they only lost 20-13. They almost made a huge comeback, just couldn't get a score in the end, and that was very frustrating. But that was a good game to watch. And then Ohio State came into Piscataway, and it was a bit of a different story. And Michigan State, who is also, I believe they were number 11 when that game happened. It is Tuesday now, so new rankings have to come out. They might be they have to be a top 10 team now, I feel. I'm sure. But, I mean, there's still quality teams they face in the Big Ten. I think they're in the division with the more talent, personally. They play Ohio State every year. They play Penn State every year. They play Michigan State every year. They play Michigan every year. And then you sprinkle in like Illinois, I think, is on the other side. I'd have to look at the divisions, but every year I see them play Ohio State and Michigan, and I see them get beat. I was just so glad they played well against Michigan. That was so cool to see. And Michigan, I think, is in the top 15 now. So, it's steps. Last year was a messed up COVID year. First time with Greg Schiano. Now, second year, still they're building on that, building the team, building the program. Noah Vedril's the quarterback. He's been doing well, but we have a guy. Oh, what's his freaking name? We have a guy who's supposed to be like top recruit coming in, and he's going to be the quarterback of the future for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So, yeah, Gavin Wimsatt, the number 11 quarterback. Gavin Wimsatt on Elite 11. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about this kid. He's from Kentucky. So, the number 11 ranked quarterback by SI All-American.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. But speaking of Greg Schiano, completely unrelated, Bree and I, have been watching The Sopranos lately. I don't know. I saw Many Saints of Newark. Don't watch that movie unless you finish the series, because I caught a major spoiler for the series before. We're quite practically at the very beginning of the movie. I liked it, but but the reason I'm talking about that is because I've been watching some Sopranos stuff on YouTube. Some Sopranos commercials back when they were at the height of their popularity, or peak of their popularity rather. What do I see? A Rutgers commercial with Greg Schiano and Tony Soprano himself and James Gandolfini. I can't believe I brain farted on his name there.
Yeah. I mean, dude, just that's the area. So
yeah. All right. Let's get to the pros. Do you want to start with the Eagles, Zach, or do you want me to start with how awful the Jets are?
You can start with the Jets because you literally started the day off at 9:30 a.m. in London.
Well, when you put it that way, this is I can't wanting to market when it comes to these London games. I guess it's a little cool, like you get some extra football to watch, But at the same time, they talk about putting an NFL team in London. I'm like, that's a horrible idea. But that's not the worst thing I want to talk about right now. The worst thing I want to talk about is, in fact, the New York Jets. They lost 27-20 to the Atlanta Falcons in London. Zach Wilson went 19 for 23, no touchdown passes, and an interception. What else is freaking new? This team seems like Pickett start off really, really slow. And it didn't help this game that on the first drive, there was the Jets defense forced a 3-and-out. I got to give props to the defense because overall, the defense looked well. Problem is, the offense couldn't stay on the field to give them a break. Defense got screwed on, I guess it was the correct call, but 3rd and long, defense forces a 3-and-out. Throw the penalty, roughing the passer because the Jets defensive lineman or linebacker, I forget his name, puts all his body weight onto Matt Ryan. It's like, that's what happens when you tackle people a lot of the time. Like, am I saying the Jets would have won that game had that not happened? No. Would I think it would have been a lot different than how it felt? Absolutely. And on another note, Kyle Pitts was an absolute savage. I don't know his exact numbers. I do know he finally got his first career touchdown.
He broke out.
Yeah, he looked like a miniature Rob Gronkowski out there, and like he's young. Wait till he fully grows. And I just think I'm watching him break out, and I'm thinking, not saying Zach Wilson's a bust yet, even though if you've followed me on Twitter, you've definitely seen me be overly dramatic. But I see Kyle Pitts do this well, and how well Sam Darnold's doing in Carolina, despite the loss to the Eagles, which we'll get to later. Kyle Pitts, I look at him, I'm like, geez, why couldn't we surround Darnold with talent like this? And I think I've gone on long enough. I mean, I'm not blaming Robert Saleh for the loss necessarily. I'm impressed with what I've seen from him so far. He's inherited a mess since, coming here. And I watch him coach. He's into it. He's passionate. He's not just staring at his clipboard like Adam Gase. But yeah, I was naive to think, I'd be happy the Jets went like 500, but I don't think that's happening. Next week, we go to Foxborough to lose to the Patriots.
Well, look, dude, I got to say that, what's it called? I was watching, and yeah, it's just a lot of shooting yourselves in the foot on offense. And I think your defense is so good sometimes.
They are. The problem is that the offense stinks so bad. The defense is tired. They're out there so much. It's like, what? I'm sure like Quinn and Williams and, the other guys out there are like, oh, God, guys, come on. I can't do this much longer. You got to put up points.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look at Zach Wilson, and I think he's not going to be a bust, man. I think he has the talent. The thing is, he's doing what rookies do, and he's pressing too hard with a team that's not that good. So, yeah, he's not there yet, sure. But, like, there's some throws I see him make, I'm like, that was a really nice throw. Yeah. Then there's some throws he makes, and I'm just like, whoa. I mean, one of the things people tend to forget, and I'm going to bring this up before I say it out loud, I'm pretty sure, because it's one of the most ridiculous stats I've ever seen. It's like he's thrown a lot of interceptions. Okay, I get it. But you know who also threw a lot of interceptions in his rookie year? Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning went 26 touchdowns and 28 interceptions. So, like, don't look at the interception stats all that much in rookies, all right? Like, I mean, that is a violent amount, but also if he's throwing a lot, it's probably going to be up there. And Zach Wilson's throwing a lot because, let's be honest, the running backs are young too. You know, you got Tevin Coleman. He's a veteran, but, like, you know, running backs get kind of worn out, you know, after several years, and he's been in the league several years now. Michael Carter, I think, looks really good. But, dude, like, I've also seen a lot of drops on your team. And didn't Denzel Mims return this week?
Yeah, but they barely use him. I don't get it. I watch him play. He gets open. Like, yeah, I feel like they barely use him. But yeah, but get to back what you were saying. You see glimpses of talent from Zach Wilson. Like last week when they beat the Titans, that deep ball to Corey Davis, I think it was Corey Davis, you know, where he's pointing him down the field. Great throw. But then there's like these simple, you know, like little dink and dunk plays. Like that he'll miss the receiver completely, hit him in the feet. It's like the guy's right there. Like that's such a simple play.
I'll say this. I think they've also been very critical. I listen to the announcers a lot, and the announcers, I like to think that they like, I feel like they pick what they want to say. Like they pick the narrative that they want to build. And sometimes like Wilson will throw the ball and it'll hit the guy in the hands and they'll be like, oh, that was, you know, that throw was off. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Maybe it was a little out in front of the guy, but like, I'm sorry, you're getting paid millions of dollars to catch the ball. It hits you right in both your hands. You got to catch him. Corey Davis, I'm pretty sure has like tipped a couple balls that were for like, I don't know how many interceptions Wilson has thrown, but several of them I know are not on him. Like I know a couple are not on him. So I'm just saying, like, you know, growing pains, man. And this team still needs to grow a little bit more. I think getting Jamison Crowder back is going to help him, though. You need that veteran wide receiver. I really like Jamison Crowder. Solid, like, slot guy. I mean, for the Jets, I don't even know what he plays for the Jets. I just know he's very sure-handed, and he's a solid wide receiver.
Absolutely. And last thing before we move on to the next game we want to talk about, I mean, brought up Peyton Manning. The Colts were able to build around him. The Jets, you know, they need to build around Zach Wilson. Otherwise, he's going to become Sam Darnold 2.0.
Hey, wait, I have a question. Who drafted Sam Darnold? Did Joe Douglas?
Jets. Yeah, no, Brian McCagnon, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. Give it some time.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well, all right. Well, let's go to Dallas. Talk about the Giants, where they lost 44-20. That's probably arguably the second worst loss they've had, you know, that day. They lost Saquon Barkley to a sprained ankle. Like, they showed video on the sideline. It was blown up like a freaking blimp. And then,
I feel so bad.
Yeah, and later Daniel Jones, you know, he tried to run it in for a touchdown. He leans in with his head, gets clocked. I mean, you can't really blame the defender there. And he gets up and Bambi legs. You could tell. You don't have to be a doctor to be like, yeah, he's got a concussion.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I saw some of that game, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. Because
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
Where's it going? Where do you think it's going? I'm really upset what I'm about to say, but I'm unbiased. I like to be chill. I like to be level-headed. Yeah, the Cowboys are playing really fucking well right now. Really fucking well.
Yeah.
They are. Dak Prescott came back. He's doing his thing again. He's proven that he really was the best quarterback in the NFC East. And they got Dan Quinn. Funny thing about Dan Quinn is after all those years as a head coach for the Falcons defense was never that great, right? All of a sudden, he becomes he's back to being a defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Cowboys defense was historically bad last year. This year, dude, they're making turnovers every game. They're just stopping everyone, and that included the Buccaneers. They got 4 turnovers on the Buccaneers. They should have won that game. So they could be undefeated right now if they won that Buccaneers game. If they just like actually put the ball in the end zone when they needed to and scored. But like they're just on a roll right now. I mean, I watched them destroy the Eagles, and it wasn't just on offense, it wasn't just on defense. The Eagles did not particularly play well, but I mean, like the whole way, like watching the Eagles play the Cowboys, it didn't go well. Watching the Giants play the Cowboys, it didn't look like it was going well. Like it doesn't look like it's a game when it's against us, you know? So and they beat up on the Panthers when everyone was like, "Oh, maybe the Panthers with Sam Darnold and Chris McCaffrey back, like they're going to be good." They beat up on them.
By the way, Zach, before you continue, I think I figured out why I might have been coming out sounding like shit on your end. Look what's not plugged in. My microphone. Hold on.
Holy shit! I'm not crazy. I'm not drinking that much yet.
Yeah, how's this? Better?
Holy bejesus, I can hear the inside of your esophagus.
It happens. Well, sorry about that, folks. Let's see, how much did we record so far? Yeah, we probably recorded about like 20 minutes or so. So, awesome. My mistake. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've recorded. So, but anyway, go on.
Well, you didn't believe me, but
well, I thought my mic was plugged in. But go on. Yeah.
I'm done praising the Cowboys. I'll finish with this. So what? Remember what I've said about Saquon Barkley?
This is where I thought you were gonna go.
Okay. So what do people have to say about that? Because a lot of people were saying I was crazy for not like thinking, you know what, maybe this guy's just overhyped.
Maybe. Unfortunately, I mean, he's his first year he did very good, and then he bit the injury bug this year, or got bit by the injury bug last year, and this year now. And I mean, I do feel bad for the guy. I mean, I saw a graphic that said that Saquon Barkley is the Carson Wentz of running backs, and I was like, holy fucking shit, everything just keeps coming full circle for me. And like, I feel so bad because you know what? This year, compared to the last couple of years, while he was like riddled with injuries here, like last year, I mean, he kind of just missed the whole season. But 2 years ago, he was getting bottled up a lot, and he had like little sprains and little tiny injuries, and he'd miss a game or two. I think he didn't have a full season, and he was kind of hampered by injuries, and in general, he just wasn't doing much. This year, he started looking okay, but again, nothing special, nothing too crazy. And then sprained ankle. Bad. Dude, that really was crazy. I remember I had a sprained ankle, and it looked just like that, where like there was a balloon just growing on your foot and ankle. Oof. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And not to backtrack, but when you're talking about Dan Quinn, he's probably a guy like Todd Bowles, where he's like, he'll be okay as a head coach, but where he truly belongs is as a coordinator, like focusing on one area of the game. So,
dude, there's definitely me and a couple friends have actually talked about that. Like, there's just guys that there's something, like they go from coordinator, they step up from coordinator to coach, and it's just not the same. It's just there's something going on. Another story like that is Vic Fangio in Denver right now. They had a good start, but against kind of meh teams, the Giants, the Jets, and the Jaguars. They play the Ravens and the Steelers, and while they had a good comeback mounting against the Steelers, they lost to the Steelers and the Ravens. And it's just like, oh well, you got to beat the good teams if we're going to believe in you. And Fangio was a good defensive coordinator, but is he a good head coach? Not really sure.
Not sure. But anyway, you want to go get on the Eagles, Zach?
Oh, you want me to go to the Eagles? So
yeah, pump their tires.
Did you notice any? Did you see anything, or am I gonna give the whole synopsis? Because I did watch that.
I mean, I was keeping track of the game, like on the bottom of the screen, but yeah, you go nuts here, dude.
So this was full when the game started. This was full. It got down to like here.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe not by the end of the game, but by the end of the day. And But I had some wine for it because this team is just, I don't know what to say. It's like inconsistent. Like, I don't know what to expect. You have a game like the Falcons and
wildly inconsistent, like that jersey that I'm pointing to right behind me.
Yes. So it's just like there's weeks where the offense does pretty damn well. Like, they put up 30 on the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a very bad defense, to be completely honest. But they were going blow for blow with Mahomes for a little while. And that's just insane. They also destroyed the Falcons, but then there's games where the defense was terrible against the Chiefs. The defense was terrible against the Cowboys. The whole team was terrible against the Cowboys. The offense was terrible against the 49ers. The offense was terrible against the Panthers, but the defense kept them in it, and they had a major punt block near the end of the game. Jalen Hurts was not having the best game, but they played like 3 quarters of crap. And then that fourth quarter just I don't like I was pounding some wine, and I was just like, "Oh wow, cool. We're getting back into it. We scored a touchdown. We were down by like I think 2 or 3, and I think the Panthers kicked the field goal. It was 18-13. And then we got a punt block. They scored a touchdown. Jalen Hurts had an insane 2-point conversion. Pardon me. That's the fat unathleticness in us. And it was just like by the end of the game, I actually realized they won the game. Like, it was almost unbelievable. And also the defense had their first 3 interceptions of the year. Darius Slay had 2 a week after being torched online by like media members on Twitter and shit for not being Big Play Slay. Well, Big Play Slay came out this week, and it was awesome to see. And I hope, you know what, we're gonna need that because we're playing. I'm sure this is gonna come out on Wednesday. We're playing Thursday night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like we've had a tough schedule. We've had a pretty tough schedule. The Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Panthers. Darnold, your old boy Darnold did not look good against us. He was looking good all year long, but not against us.
I just assumed he did well considering the Panthers were winning, but
No, he had 3 interceptions, and the last one was to the last one was a dagger. Like, the last one ended the game. Like, he didn't give him a chance. And that was the I honestly still didn't believe when that interception happened. I was like, no way. And then the game ended. I'm like, they won. What? We were losing 15-6. Like, what happened?
Wow.
So let's now. The interesting thing is, like I said, they're wildly inconsistent on both sides of the ball. Like,
6 defensive
there's a
backs.
couple of games now where the defense did a lot of work, like yesterday and against the 49ers in week 2.
My computer just yelled at me. Like, I brought up NFL.com to look at freaking, bring up some scores, and it just automatically started playing a video.
Oh, man. No, I didn't hear anything, but either way, it was just like...
The audience will hear it, though.
Yeah, they're just wildly inconsistent right now, and I mean, they're 2-3. Take it as it is. Hurts hasn't looked that bad. He's had some good games, some bad games, but I mean, you apparently look at his stats. He's doing just as good, if not better, than Carson Wentz right now. And Carson Wentz had a fantastic game on Monday night. But whatever. Who cares about that? That's he did have a really good game, though, man. That was honestly that Ravens Colts game was also incredible on Monday night.
Yeah, I wanted to look up 31-25 Ravens. I was playing hockey at this time. I thought the Colts had it in the bag, but nope, they came back, and it looks like a barn burner between the Bills and Chiefs. Looks like the Bills might take over as the spot as the favorites of the AFC.
Dude,
possible.
The Bills, since that week 1 loss to the Steelers, they have been on a rampage.
That must have pissed them off so much. Like, okay,
dude, they have 2 30-plus point shutouts. That's not NFL. That's not NFL football. That's like college football.
Oh God, I can't wait to see them murder the Jets.
Oh man.
All right. I think we talked enough football. Let's go to the baseball diamond. The ALCS is set up. It's the Red Sox and the Astros. Ugh. Me being a Yankee fan, it's like, God, I hate both these teams. But, I'm rooting for the Astros over this. But, listen, I'm not a Yankee fan that's, I'm not a homer. I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, we're awesome no matter what. I call it the way it is. This team stinks. Or they're underachievers.
They are. That's the correct word.
Listen, Giancarlo Stanton, I highly doubt you're listening to this. You'll probably never listen to this. I don't know if you probably don't know how I thought we needed to get rid of you. Because, you just weren't worth the trade. I thought it turned out to be a bust. I'm sorry. I doubted you. You had to play the field. That's all. You were an MVP in the NL where you played the field, but now we see that. Giancarlo turned it on like the final leg of the season, and he kept it going in that wild card game in Boston. He had 3 hits, if I'm not mistaken, went 3 for 4. You know what the rest of the Yankees lineup went that night? 3 for 27.
Ooh. He was half their hits?
I guess, yeah. And Anthony Rizzo also had a home run. He's one of the few people I want brought back on this team.
I really like Anthony Rizzo just in general.
Yeah, keep him to have a lefty bat in the lineup and trade Luke Voit, as far as I'm concerned. I want Rizzo to stay a Yankee. Joey Gallo can, go strike out somewhere else.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, Garrett Cole. Were we paying for the spider tack this whole time? The $300 million? Were we paying for... Because I don't get it. Were we paying for you to win? You get that paid this amount of money for these type of games. But apparently, we weren't paying you. We were paying the spider tack. As soon as it was 2-on, and I don't remember if it was a walk or a single, but as soon as someone got on for Boston, 2-man out, and then Devers cranked that to center field, I'm like, this game is screwed. Yeah, this season's over. But yeah,
I'm sorry. I didn't want to be mean. I would be like, use your word, Jack. You're getting mad. Use your words.
Go ahead.
But like I was watching that. I tuned in, and it was just one of those games like the Red Sox were just hitting, and I don't know what was going on. I don't think it's just a spider tack thing. I think Garrett Cole's a good pitcher. It's just didn't have his stuff that day, clearly. And the Red Sox jumped on him. And
I hope
the Yankees didn't do anything.
Yeah, I hope he was, like, me personally, I hope he was injured there. Like, that's why he was leaving. It's like, okay.
Was he injured?
I mean, people say, like, there's rumors all the time about that kind of crap. But anyway, the other wildcard game, I didn't see it. I forget what I was doing that night. But from what I heard, it was pretty entertaining between the Dodgers and Cardinals.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to watch that. It was too late for me. I think wasn't it a comeback by the Dodgers?
I don't know. Shit, again, I didn't watch that game. I was out running some errands.
Yeah, all I know is let's just agree to be upset that the Dodgers won because, but like you know what's funny? I feel like here's an opinion. If you win 100 games in baseball, you should just be in the playoffs. I don't give a fuck what division you're in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate the Dodgers. Honestly, I hate the Dodgers. But how the hell are you a wild card team after 100 wins?
It's a gimmick. Don't get me wrong. It's entertaining, but geez, you have one bad game. You're playing a second place team that's only won like 89 games. You won like maybe somewhere between 95 and 100.
I'll say this: the fun factor of it was the fact that you had a 100-win team play play a team that had lost like less than 5 times in the previous month. You know, like the St. Louis Cardinals were on a goddamn tear coming into the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was, what was it, 18 straight wins or 17 straight wins before they lost? And then and my father is a Cardinals fan, but like I was like, dude, if the Cardinals get in over the 100-win Dodgers, like the system, you know, and I actually like the do or die game. I love the wild card idea. I just don't want the 100-win team in it. That makes no sense to me, in my opinion.
Maybe they'll fix something along further down the line, but right now
they're not going to fix that. They're not going to fix that. Yeah. But like
too many years.
It's just I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. But you know, I was rooting so hard for the Cardinals. Like it would be so funny watching a 100-win team, a team that was like, what is that? That's well over 40, like almost 40 games over. They were 40 games over 500. Yeah. Like that's insane. Not making the playoffs because of one bad game against a second place team. That's ridiculous. That's awesome.
Yeah, the Dodgers Giants is the only series we're waiting on right now because, as we said, the ALCS is set. It's Astros Red Sox. The Braves beat the Brewers. They're going to the NLCS, and they're just waiting the winner of Dodgers Giants. Dodgers are up 1-0 right now, but if San Francisco wins tonight, it's Giants Braves. If the Dodgers win tonight, there's a Game 5.
I got it right behind me. I got it right behind me too.
Yep. All right. I personally, unfortunately, I hate to say this. I think the Red Sox are going to win it all. It's like, great God, we have to listen to Boston sports fans, you know, who love to, they love to say how awesome they are, yet also love to complain about how hard they have it. Like, okay,
shut your fucking whore mouth. The Red Sox are not going to win, honestly. You know, let's see. We have the Braves and I have to root for the Giants now. I like it's the same. Like there's no team that I want to win this year. But I do like the Giants more than I don't want the Dodgers again. I don't want the Astros. I don't want the Red Sox.
God.
And beyond all those teams, I don't want the fucking Braves.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think that basically covers it for baseball. You got anyone you think's gonna win it? Make it nothing.
No, I don't. I was hoping the White Sox would win it. That was who I was hoping. But you know, baseball is just full of parity, and you know, right now it's looking like the teams that were favored. I think were the Red Sox. No, the Rays were favored.
Yeah, the Rays shit the bed. I saw that. I saw Boston clinch before my game last night.
I wish you know, you're a Yankees fan, and I know my buddy Sean, he's a Yankees fan too. Like, I know y'all hate the Rays, but like, if it comes down to a team winning their first World Series, of course I'm kind of pulling for that. But that's not happening. So now it's like,
no, I don't hate the Rays like I do the Red Sox or the Astros.
No, you really shouldn't. And I don't think our buddies do. I don't think any Yankees fan would hate the Rays more than the Red Sox.
What?
But that had to be that had to be a really painful series to watch. Two teams that like you could have been one of those teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I loathe the Red Sox. The Rays just annoy me, but that's because they're a division rival, so it's kind of like a default.
Of course.
Thing. But yeah,
it's like the Braves.
Yeah, so let's go on to basketball. Make this quick because I suck at following basketball. Kyrie Irving was told by the Nets he can't play or come to camp or whatever because he didn't get the poke. So, yeah, we have to refer to it as the poke on YouTube. So
yeah, I don't. Hey, you know, Kyrie, I don't care what anyone's thoughts are on it anymore. I got it, so just put it out there. Yeah, I mean, like, he can do whatever the hell he wants. Kyrie's a weirdo anyway. He's been. And, like, does he still believe the earth is flat? Like, you know, like, how much am I supposed to take his word, really? Like,
I know, but I got my vaccine too. But like,
yeah,
people have their reasons for not getting it. I mean, I personally don't care about people's vaccine statuses. I think it's we might be going a little too crazy with this.
I agree.
Not saying you shouldn't protect yourself. Wash your hands. That's basic hygiene. Practice basic hygiene.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
bro, do what you gotta do. That's all we're saying. Do what you think is right. Do what you think protects you and your family, or doesn't protect you and your family. Whatever you want to do. I'm not really for these rules, these mandates and rules that like he can't play. But like, you know what? Like, that's just the, at this point, I guess we're just gonna go into that fucking world. So, let Kyrie do what he wants to do. Walk around with his sage and believe the Earth is flat. And I don't know. He's an artist. Whatever. Kyrie's weird. I want to talk about Ben Simmons.
Go nuts.
Okay, it's gonna be real quick. Ben Simmons, I'm speaking directly to you. You're a bitch. Thank you. I don't have anything more to say. Well, you know what's even funnier? I'm sorry, I do have more to say. He came back. You know why? Money talks.
Yeah.
When we started losing money, that's when he came back.
Yeah. And might increase his trade value. Maybe.
No, it won't. No, it fucking won't.
Or actually, or maybe that'll show teams like, hey, listen, I'm still staying in shape. Is what I meant to say.
Do you know what will increase your trade value, Ben? Shoot the fucking ball.
Yeah. All right. Now,
there you go.
Basketball's quick. I mean, because like I said, I suck at following basketball. I suck at following I suck at following NASCAR too. We gotta get Tommy Joe, but he's busy. He works 2 jobs. He's a workaholic. But yeah, Tom, if you're listening to this, you'd better do another episode of Splash and Go soon. But anyway.
Yes, please. You know what? Let's leave him to the NASCAR because I really love when he talks NASCAR. Yeah. I get fully ingrained in it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the race this weekend. I know it's the playoffs, but all I know, from what I understand, it's like this. Kevin Harvick wrecks Chase Elliott to knock Elliot out of the playoffs. Next thing you know, Elliott's right behind Harvick later in the race. Harvick knows he's there, and then Harvick wrecks himself in anticipation of being wrecked by Elliot. So, eliminating himself from the playoffs. I think that's how it's happened. But again, Tom's watched it, and I haven't. So,
all right.
Take it with
we'll yeah, that'll like I need Tommy to give me a full synopsis because I actually, my thing is with sports is I like when people sound like they know what they're talking about, and there's nothing I know about NASCAR, but he gets me interested.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that.
Yeah, when you listen to someone talk sports, you want to listen to someone who knows what they're talking about. That's why no one listens to us. That's why no one listens to us.
That's why no one listens. Yeah, exactly. No one. But you know what? That's okay. I hope they enjoy me getting wine drunk. I'm gonna be completely honest, man. I've actually been pouring. This stuff is wine is so good. Wine is so good, dude. Like. Like beer is great and all, but like when you want to feel fancy and stuff, like, dude, look at me right now. Look at this. Like, I feel great.
You're crazy.
Great.
You're crazy.
Dude, I'm 10 days from my wedding. I got to loosen a little bit. Right. This is my time to loosen up. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to being a ball of stress. So.
Yeah, you got to blow off steam in some way, shape, or form. But Zach, I mean, we're almost done, but I gotta take a little control here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hockey season is back. I am so happy. Well, at the same time, I'm kind of not happy because I don't know what to freaking think of the New York Rangers. But as we're recording this, I'm watching hockey right now on ESPN. The Penguins are beating the Lightning 2-0 at second intermission as far as we speak. As we speak right now, the Kraken play their first game in their existence tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. Against the Vegas Golden Knights, the 2 most recent expansion teams. ESPN is broadcasting the game. I'd say they've done a good job so far. Seeing Mark Messier on the panel with Chris Chelios. I love to see it. Hockey is going to be popular once again. The NHL learned their lesson after the 2005 lockout.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
I was watching the Penguins and the Lightning. I'm not gonna lie, man. hockey being on all those other channels that I have to like kind of like FS1 and I think they were on NBC and everyone. Like I don't know. I didn't know.
They were never on FS1. They were on NBC.
No. Okay. Well, wherever whatever they were on, I just never knew when or what channel at the time. Luckily you guys have been pushing me to get into it. I'm gonna let you know right now, and I'm not even that big of a fan of ESPN to be completely honest. Their big money makers like NBA and college football. Dude, I turned on Lightning and Penguins on ESPN, knew exactly where it was. I was watching hockey. So get me, I'm all in on hockey on ESPN. I don't, you guys tell me what you think of the commentators and the games and whatnot goes on, how they present it. I'm going to watch more hockey if it's on ESPN for sure.
Absolutely. It's great to have you on board. You see how amazing our game is, Zach. But yeah, Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup back-to-back years. They raised their banner tonight. Not faring too well against the Penguins, but hey, it's the first game of the year. But who knows? Maybe all that hockey they played the past 2 years finally caught up with them. Maybe, but we'll see. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. Penguins don't have Crosby or Malkin though. They're both on the IL. And some news I saw while we were recording, as I was watching the game, Nathan McKinnon, arguably the Colorado Avalanche's best player, has recently tested positive for COVID. I'm assuming he's doing well though. He's just, he's like not in the hospital or anything from what I can tell. He's probably going to be on the shelf for like a week or so and then he'll be back. But I want to talk about my Rangers. If you're watching this, I'm wearing my Rangers Winter Classic jersey. First, I'm going to do some Rangers good, and then some Rangers bad. Rangers good. They extended their number one center, Mika Zibanejad. That more likely than not, takes them out of the whole Jack Eichel talks, which I'm perfectly fine with. I don't want to give up too much, considering the whole neck issue with him. They re-signed Zibanejad to an 8-year contract with an average of $8.5 million per year. I can't multiply that in my head right now, but all I care about is the cap hit. That's an awesome cap hit for the Rangers. I thought they'd be lucky to get him to come down to like 9 or so. He definitely could have got like 10 or so on the open market at the end of this offseason. Or come at the end of this season, rather. But they locked him in. They have their number one center. He's a fantastic player. I'd like to see him win a little more face-offs, but still, whenever he has the puck, I am excited to see what he can do. Now, Rangers bad. Gerard Gallant. Actually, no, I don't know if I'd call this a Rangers bad. It could be a Rangers medium. Gerard Gallant said he guaranteed that they'd have a captain by opening night. Hey, Zach, guess if the Rangers have a captain right now? Their first game's tomorrow.
Of course they have a captain. Why wouldn't you?
They don't! Instead, they have 6 alternate captains. Now, it's Mika Zibanejad, Chris Kreider, Ryan Strome, Jacob Trouba, Barclay Goodrow, and Artemi Panarin. They're all going to have the A's on their jerseys. Now, all those guys are good guys, but I don't understand how you don't have a captain. Now, Gallant is kind of a player's coach. I mean, who knows? He might have been ready to get set on someone, narrowing it down. But these guys maybe could have, gotten together like, hey, coach, we want to keep it at A's. We just want to have alternates where we like all share a leader role. And who knows? He could have said like, okay. But, that's just me being hopeful. It's probably still Rangers bad. But this is definitely Rangers bad. 9th overall pick in the 2018 draft, I think it was. Vitaly Kravtsov has requested to be traded. Basically being Lias Anderson 2.0, but the difference is Vitaly Kravtsov has shown his upside. And here's the thing. I don't blame him for being upset. Now, the first time he got sent down, it was like the beginning of the 2019-20 season. He kind of had a bitch fit about it, went back to Russia and underperformed there. Then he changed his mentality. He played much better, and he eventually made his debut last year, and he did well. he did well. 19, 20-year-old kid, making some, growing. He's got some growing pains. He's 21 right now. But yeah, that was the first time, he handled that. I think he handled that incorrectly. He should have handled that like the way Filipino did. He got sent down. Was like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and eventually I'll get called up. And that works for Filipino. Heedle's obviously on the opening night roster, and he's one of those guys I do have confidence in. Not quite to the likes of Zibanejad or a Panarin, but he has his upside. He's got his size. He's got good hands and all that stuff. This time though, Kravtsov, I don't blame him for being upset. It was pretty much touted, and he was led on, we were all led on to believe he'd be on the opening night roster. Now, we heard he got sent down to Hartford, and basically the whole consensus was, okay, that's because they're gonna save him for the next game on Thursday. They'll call him up Thursday to play against the Stars because they want to just have the tough guys in because they want to beat the living crap out of Tom Wilson, if you remember from last year, Zach. But apparently, from what I understand, Gallant has been impressed with, Julian Gauthier, which I can kind of understand, but like Dryden Hunt, Lieber Hayek? I mean, Dryden Hunt, is a bottom, he's a bottom feeder kind of player, like bottom six. And I get that you might be wasting Kravtsov there, but geez, you gotta keep him in the lineup, man. I don't blame him for being upset. Like, if I was basically led on to believe, hey, I'm gonna have an NHL roster spot, and then you do this to me, I mean, I'd probably request a trade too. You know what I'm saying? You agree with me, Zach?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, do I wish he would suck it up still? Yeah, I want him on this team. But yeah, I think the Rangers really kind of screwed it up. I mean, who knows? Maybe something could have changed. Maybe he could have an attitude problem. But I was hoping at the very least when he got sent down, it was like, hey kid, don't worry. You're going to be in the lineup opening night. We just want to have like these tough guys in to go up against Tom Wilson and the Capitals, who are much meatier, whatnot. Like, and who knows, maybe Vitaly Kravtsov could have played that game. There was video of Ryan Reeves teaching him how to fight and whatnot. But yeah, Lieber Hayek, why on God's green earth did they try to protect him from waivers? Like, they gotta accept that they lost that trade with the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're not gonna be able to trade him, okay? As Vince Macagliano, the Rangers beat reporter for, I think, Lowhud, I think he writes for, part of the USA Today network. I can't wait to listen to his podcast tomorrow regarding this. Yeah, this was likely going to ruffle some feathers, he tweeted, and a couple hours later, look what happened. Ah, man. I still say the Rangers are at least a playoff team this year. But this is just another young guy like Lias Andersson that you kind of pissed away because you didn't give him a fair chance. But yeah, anyway, some quick points to get onto before we will wrap up. Some more NHL news. I keep forgetting to bring this up. It is official that the NHL is going to be back in the Olympics this year. Can't wait to see that. Christian Dvorak was traded from the Arizona Coyotes to the Montreal Canadiens. And Kirill Kaprizov, who won the Calder Trophy this previous season, finally signed an extension with the Minnesota Wild. I'm too lazy to look up. Actually, I'll go up on Cap Friendly right now because Cap Friendly won't play ads or like start playing random video, and you guys won't get shocked at that. Be like, what the hell is that loud crowd noise or whatever? Okay, let's see. Minnesota Wild. I'm like Bill Burr whenever he looks up a stat whenever he rambles on and talks sport. Okay, let's see. He signed to the end of the 2026 season. Cap hit of $9 million. Wow. It's quite the cap hit. But yeah, he's a very talented hockey player. I'd say, yeah, he did earn it. So, that's just about all we've wanted to touch up on tonight. Let's see, how long have we been recording? Okay, about like 55 minutes. All right. Not bad. I think we did well tonight, Zach, but okay.
Dude. Yeah. Wow. What a ride I've been on.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I mean, we're going to go on another hiatus. I don't know when specifically we'll be back. We'll post our memes. We'll post our memes and whatnot, but be patient, everyone. Let's let our boy here and our other boy get married, and then we'll be back. We will be back.
We're gonna be back at some point when certain things get settled. Dude, this wine is great. This wine is great. We've reached a level. I was drinking while you were talking and trying to listen, but also like I got playoff baseball behind me too. And dude, hey, let me bring it back before we exit. What do you think about the Seattle Kraken? I'm about to watch. I'm gonna stay up late tonight because, drinking, and it's the first game of the Seattle Kraken. We're entering a new journey, and they're playing a team that's also relatively new in the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, as in the betting Vegas, really has the Knights like winning this, and the Kraken have no. It's a pretty high odds, but what do you think of the Kraken? Have you looked at their roster? Like, do you have any synopsis on them at all? Like, any predictions on what they're gonna do? Like
this year, I'd say first year expansion woes. There's no way they're gonna be as good as the Golden Knights were their first year.
That was an anomaly. I think everyone can admit that was an anomaly. Honestly, I think the Vegas Golden Knights and the Miami Marlins were the two closest the two craziest expansion startups possible, because the Marlins won the World Series in the first couple of years. It was insane.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, they still can't draw in attendance, which, unpopular opinion, I actually do like their stadium.
Dude, they have as many World Series as the Phillies. So I can't really shit on that, but they do stink right now, but that's what I'm saying. The Marlins and the Vegas Knights are the two expansion teams that I can think of that didn't just suck out the gates and kind of picked it up early. Now, I'm not saying the Kraken are going to do that. You don't expect expansion teams to do that for a long time. I know the Seahawks, the Panthers, the Jaguars were pretty actually decent in the start, but in general, nothing amazing. But a lot of expansion teams just in general, they struggle. So what do you think, have you looked at the roster? Do you know what to expect? Because I obviously don't know much, but, I love seeing, this is awesome. Not only is NHL back on ESPN, but, it's more national. They're going to really blast it out. Everyone's going to be able to see
Not only ESPN, they're going to be on TNT also. But yeah, I got the roster up right now. I'd say they have a decent lineup. Philip Grubauer's their goalie. They got Yanni Gourde, some Stanley Cup winning experience. Their captain is Mark Giordano, who was the captain of the Calgary Flames for years. I think this is the first time he's played for someone other than Calgary. They got Jordan Eberle, who played very well for the Islanders. I mean, they'll probably miss him, but they're not gonna mourn. It's next man up, knowing that lineup. But yeah, I'm looking at let's see what division they're in. They are in the Pacific Division. I'm looking at that right now. I think they'll compete for a playoff spot, but probably fall short. I'm saying that just because I kind of am cautious when it comes to betting, because I look at but they very well could squeeze in there because their division is not that good. Anaheim stinks. Edmonton has two of the best players in the world, but not very. The rest of the team around them kind of doo-doo. Los Angeles is still on the up and up. San Jose is on a decline. Vancouver doesn't know if they want to compete or not. And Vegas is, Vegas. Vegas is good. So, all right. They can hang in there with some of these guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they did go to the playoffs. They'd probably get bounced in the first round. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Dude, I have no stake in hockey right now. I kind of want to root for the Flyers, but I also, dude, I live in New Jersey. I kind of want to root for the Jersey Devils too. And I know you hate that, but I'm just anti-New York. I don't like New York teams. And now, that's the thing. I'm kind of a free agent. Dude, if the Kraken kind of catch my attention, what if they're the team that gets me in the hockey, bro?
I mean, I'll think that's kind of awesome. I'll think it's weird that you won't. I think it would be weird if you're not a Flyer fan, considering the the Flyers definitely fit your personality, not only like the current team, but history-wise too. Like this.
Oh well, I respect that. I know the Broad Street Bullies thing in the past, and in general, man. Listen,
which the Rangers basically tried to copy this offseason.
Well, look, I'm a huge metal fan too, and I get mosh pits and all that, and I go to a lot of Philly shows. Philly crowds for metal shows are very fun, and I see a lot of the same people there often, and it's always fun as hell there. And you always see a hockey jersey, you always see a Flyers jersey in there. So I think like I definitely could have a soft spot for them. I'm just saying, like I don't have any real like, stake in the ground with hockey, dude. I'm personally gonna root for the Kraken right now against what I know is a very good Vegas Golden Knights team. I mean, like first year in the league, they were what, in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah, they lost.
They're in the play. Yeah, they're in the playoffs constantly. Like, wow.
Yeah, you get to
what
say
the hell?
Yeah, you get to say you were there from the beginning, unless they get blown out tonight. I'm just kidding.
Well, look. You know what? At this point, I think for right now, definitely going to be more of a. Yeah, you know what? Even if they get blown out, it's going to be like rooting for the little guy.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, the people will listen to this tomorrow and we'll know what happened. So, but anyway, let's wrap up. 2 things. We finally have a date set for me to finally eat the pineapple on pizza. We'll upload it to YouTube or Instagram. We'll probably upload it to the podcast the next time we record an episode. But it's officially happening. I'm seeing Mandarley on the 30th. I know it's a while. I know it's a long way down the road, but it's gonna happen. So yeah, I don't want to say mark your calendars because we don't know when we'll upload it. I mean, we'll probably upload like the next day or so. But yeah, I'm gonna eat that dreaded. I'm gonna shove that garbage down my throat soon. So don't worry, people. I'm fulfilling my end of the bet.
Also, you're gonna do it.
I am. Oh, and one last thing before we wrap up. I almost said Jack. Zach, prepare to lose to me a second time in our fantasy football league.
Oh, dude. Honestly, good luck, because I'm doing pretty well. I think you caught me on a bad week. It is tough managing a 16-team league, man. I didn't realize that, but we still got some solid teams in this league, and I'm one of them. And hey, by the way, when is Big Red coming back? Because I have to ask him, what the fuck did he do to get the team that he has in fantasy?
Well, he'll listen to this, and then he'll partake in the group chat.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, he's a busy man. He's got his like announcing gigs too.
Oh, I know. He's doing a great dude. He's all over. We're just talking about sports. He's living it, like at least as a commentator and a announcer. So, but that's awesome too. That's awesome. I love seeing that from him. It's fucking cool.
Yep. Well, anyway, if you made it this far into the episode, thank you so much for listening. Be sure to subscribe to us on all our social medias at Twitter and Instagram at FUNTS Podcast and on Facebook at Fat Athletic Nerds Talking Sports. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. This is JackKnife alongside the Zach Danielz. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Go Birds.